Hello, how is everyone today? Let's go put this up here. Sorry, I'm moving it a little bit closer. There we go. So yay, we're here. We're here, we're here, we're here. Let me find me here. There I am, yay. So how is everybody? Are y'all having a good day today? Because you know what? Today we are gonna be having some fun. Because you know what today is? Today is, oops, how do I get rid of this? Come here. Come away, go away. Hello. I don't know if anybody's on yet, but we'll find out. Doo-doo-doo. There's me, pin me. Come on, there we go. All right. Woohoo! Oh, come on. Now I lost me. There I am. I blacked out for a few seconds there. So how is everybody? I know it's kind of crazy to be coming on midday, but we have a little bit of Hurricane Ida, which is now a tropical storm, heading our way between like tonight and tomorrow. So I wanted to make sure I was able to get this done with you guys before the craziness hits our way. So welcome. So let me know when you all are here. Love to chat with you. Oh, let me pull you up on here. I know I have me on everything on mute. Mute, mute, mute. Hello, how are you? Let's see if I can find me on here real quick. There we go. Hello, oh. How are you? I put it on mute. Oh. All right, you guys. So we're going to get going. So let me tell you. First of all, we'll say, hi, this is Carolynne from NonnasNuttykrafts. We go crazy in here. There's always a blooper going on, you know. So I posted, I think it was last week, that I hit 5,000 followers. Took me a while to get there, but I got there. So I want to say thank you to you all for being a follower for me. So today we have some special little happy mail that's going to come to you. Okay, so please sprinkle, bless the page and everything so that we can have some really fun time with everybody today. All right, so it's going to be when we do the giveaways and stuff. I can't say the giveaways. When we give you happy mail, I'm going to do certain things for it. Might be the first word I see, or the first person I'll just hit on my thing, or, you know, whatever. So we're going to have just some happy time today. So I have my phone up here with the comments as well, just because on the iPad I have to touch it, you know, and the comments go away really quick. Maybe I can turn this way. Will that work? I was also going to use it to control this, but I think I'll do it so I can do this with you guys. It would be a lot better. But my iPad's there as my backup. Let me see if I can take this off. Hopefully I have enough battery, because I forgot to see if my phone was charged. So let's get going today. Let's just have some fun. We're going to put the phone right here. Hello, Miss Peggy. How are you? Hello, Helen. Hello, Joan. How is everybody today? Let me see if I can push this back so I can get my phone standing right there, because I don't think I have my other phone standing here. No, I don't. So anyway, so let's get going. I'm going to show you what we're going to be making today, because I've never made one of these with y'all. So we're going to have some fun. I don't know if you can see that. It's the big witch's hat. You see the frame? I'm going to switch to this camera. I have another camera up, and I switched my view for you guys. So usually I have you guys on the side over here, but I switched you so that you can be maybe see things better. So this is the large witch's hat that comes just as a frame like this. There's nothing on it or anything like that. So I've already taken my pipe cleaners and I've cut them in half. This I'm not sure if I'm going to use. I have 2 of these. Might need more. We'll see. If I do, then we'll get more. We have, and I've already pre-cut everything. Let me grab it from behind. So I have, we're going to do the top part of the hat. This is purple. I don't know if that really translates well over there. On there. Let me see if I put this other light on, if that will help it better, or it might wash it out. We'll see. Come here, little plug. Oops. God, I'm not hitting the camera that you guys are watching, right? Where is the thing? Oh my gosh, Carolynne. Where is the plug? Seriously? Why is it when you're on the computer you can never find anything? Oh my gosh, there we go. Let's see if that helps or not. Takes out any shadows on the side over here. Go right there, Mr. Light. There we go. That might help so we don't have that much of a shadow on that side. Hello. Good afternoon, Oklahoma. Hey, Oklahoma. I bet you'd rather be over there than where we're going to be getting our tropical storm. Hello, Miss Peg. So anyway, this might look blue, but it's actually purple. It's a purple. I don't know. The light is just transpiring it different. And I have my mesh already cut. I mean, this is 10-inch mesh, and I cut it at 12 inches. So I have 26 cut. And this is the 4-in-1 from ProBo that I have it in. And it works great for me. When you're doing a lot like this and you want to pre-cut things, and you know, even though I have the little clips, you run out of clips sometimes. So I have them divided because this is going to be used on the rail part here. And I have it divided for the top rail and the bottom rail already. So we're going to put this behind me because we're going to start with the top part of the witch's head, which is this part. So if you haven't seen anything like this before, what we're going to do, we're going to wrap this around. So we're going to take our mesh here. Let me put that down there because we don't need that. And we're just going to take some of this here. I'm going to slide my glue gun out of the way. I turned it on just in case we need it. I know we're not going to need it till later on, but I wanted to make sure it was going to be hot, but I don't want it to fall off the table either. So decide what you want to be the front or the back. The side that I like to be my back is where you see these coming out. So this is the back part. I don't want that on the front. At this point, it really doesn't matter. It's all going to be covered. So it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to drop my mesh on the floor for this. And I'm just going to take my mesh just like this, and I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to take my zip tie, and I'm going to zip tie it to one side over here. Now you guys, bless my page. Let me use a littler one because now I have these little tiny ones, these little 4-inch ones. I don't need such a big one at this part here. So I have a little black one. You can use whatever color you want. I'm just choosing black, just since this is a witch's hat. I almost put it in there with it. So I'm going to tie this to one side of this rail and just go like this. So remember, hey you guys, we're going to be doing some fun stuff today. So make sure you guys all come in because we have to have some people in order to do it. My twist tie, there we go. And when I do it, the little box that I twist tie it in is facing inside because I don't want anybody to touch the top part and have it poke out. Okay. So, and I'll trim this down just a little bit. It's not going to make that much of a difference because it's all going to be hidden, but that's just a me thing. All right. So now what I'm going to do, I want to make sure this top point part is covered. Oh yeah, thank you. I mean, everybody that had the hurricane, you know, got hit harder than what will get hit. Well, now it's a tropical storm when it comes up to us, and it should be arriving between tonight and tomorrow. So anyway, so let's get going here. So we're going to do this. We're going to bring this around. I want to make sure I cover this, the top part of the hat, because I don't want that showing through. So I like to take a whole bunch of this and just kind of group it on top there a little bit. Now you can do this, there's many ways to do this. This is just my way. And I'm going to wrap this around. So see, the top part of my hat is covered. Now it's not, because I just moved the hat from my end. So I bring this really tight and I kind of bring it over that top piece like that, and I'll hold it, and then I'm going to bring this around. So it's kind of really thick right up here. All right. So then I'm just going to take my mesh, and I'm just going to, there's no rhyme or reason. Oh, did it again. In doing this, and you're just going to, I'm just going to hold it in my hands and just kind of crumple it or fold it in a way. Hold on. My mesh got really tangled there. There we go. And I'm just going to start wrapping it. And it's going to be wrapped on an angle. Now you don't want to pull, you want it tight, but don't pull it too tight, because, you know, this is really, you know, like spongy, I'll use the word. And we don't want it to, you know, break. So I'm just going to take this and wrap it around. And just keep wrapping all the way down. All right. Now see, I'm getting a little bit of a gap here, and I don't want that, so I'll just pull the mesh to make it tighter. And this is just like doing like a candy cane. I'm just going around and around she goes. What's making it hard is that this end piece right here, and it's hitting me on the table here, so I know I'm not quite in frame all the way, but as we get closer to the bottom, it will probably make it easier for y'all to see. So guys, bless the page, because today we're going to have some happy mail that's going to come to you guys. Can't tell you what it is yet. All right, here we go. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Now, mine almost looks like a bandage here. Now, if you want to make it wider, you can make it wider, this part. I like to keep it probably like this, because I want to make sure it stays thick in here, so you don't have it such transparency. But depending on the mesh that you get will depend, actually, you know, if it's really thin, you know, then you're going to see through it more. So the thicker the mesh, whoops, you know, I got a gap right there. Hold on, just pull that, there we go. Fix it. Nope, I don't like the way this is, see, I don't like the way this is doing this here. So we have to go back. There we go. Now my wide, you could see I was really thin. I am getting a little wider down here because these are bigger spaces to cover. So keep that in mind. Otherwise you'd be winding forever. And this doesn't take really a whole roll. Now this is a partial roll I have, and I'm almost to the end of it. So I'm hoping I get by with just what I have here. If not, I have another roll behind me. Look at that. It's going to be like right at the bottom. Let's pray I have enough, y'all. Stay. Don't move, mesh. All right. And if you guys know me, you know purple's my favorite color. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, will I have enough? No, I'm not going to have enough. But that's okay. I got another roll. So since I'm in between the braces here, I'll just attach this one down here, which is totally fine. And I do have another roll behind me. Let me take another little baby black one. Come here, little one. Now when you're doing sometimes with the bigger, you know, the 21-inch mesh. Now you could do this in 21-inch mesh if you want to. You can even try to do it in 6-inch mesh. To me, this seems to work for me, but 21-inch mesh gets to be a little bit more bulky on it. So I rather it just, for me, this works better. All right. And I will cut this off. And I leave about an inch, inch and a half. And then I have another roll. I'm going to hide it under the table so you don't hear all the rattling that's going on. So I'm going to do the same thing here. This one I'm going to attach on the side here. Do you know when you get like every color but what you want? Now, you know these have those little boxes on the side. That's the part I want on the inside of my wreath. So when I thread it through and I cut it, the edge where I cut it stays on the inside. All right. And we'll just cut this off to where it meets the rail. So it's right at the bottom here. And then we'll continue this last little bit here. I see, I don't like the way that wound. Hold on. Back up, Carolynne. Reverse engines, please. Okay. There we go. Oops. No, it's hooked on the edge here. No, get off. It's not one thing, it's another, right? Pull it tight. And come down to the bottom. And I'll probably just come one more time around. There we go. And my back is on the other side, so I'll flip it and tie it off. So I'll be tying it on this bottom rail right here again. I thought I'd use the bigger ones, but the bigger zip ties, but this works just fine, these little ones. I'm trying to hold it so it stays tight too, as before. Get in there. There we go, before I let go. Tell him I said hi too, and happy anniversary, Miss Janet. Woohoo. All right, so we're going to cut that off. Let me grab this before I roll all over it and just get it up out of our way. Oops. Just wind it up a little bit. Fix that later. Back there. So now we have to do some happy mail for you guys. All right. Hello. 19 years. Woohoo. You go, girl. All right. So I have, I'm going to switch my cameras back so you can see me. I have a list here, and I have some things I want to give away. And we're going to play, not play. Let's see, we're going to do this, and it's going to be the first word I see, and I have my phone because my phone feed comes up quicker than it does on my iPad. So it's going to be the first word that I see of a person that writes the word witch. Witch as in the witch, W-I-T-C-H. So the first person I see here is going to win. When I have these numbered like 1, 2, 3, whatever. And the first person that I see that has that type will get it. The giveaway today. So come on. Oops. I hate it when things pop up on your screen and it's just like, it has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. So if nobody types it up, then I don't give it away. Everybody likes giveaways. Cindy! Cindy Roberts Rock. She has it. Cindy Roberts Rock. B-R-O-C-K. Cindy, personal message me your address so that I can send you, and what you're going to get, you're going to get a gift card to go to Michelas. Woohoo! So that's for Cindy Rock. I don't need to write it because I have my little thing here. So yay, Cindy! Yay, yay, yay! Let me put these away before they wind up all over the floor. We don't need those anymore right now. All right, Cindy. Yay! So there's one giveaway. You don't know what the second one is. Or is there a second one? Who knows? You have to be here. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So now we got to do this other part of the hat. So that now that we've gotten the main part of the hat, we have to do the base. Now, I've already, what I've done, I've counted 13, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of the pipe cleaners, and I cut them in half. Okay, so I'm going to start where the brace is because it's basically, my 13 is going to be 6 on one side, 6 on the other. But I have the 13th one locked in the middle here. So I'm just going to take my tie and I'm just going to twist tie it once around. Well, let me go back to these guys. Now, if you remember from the beginning, I cut the 10-inch mesh here and I cut it at 12 inches. And I've already ruffled it. And what I do for the ruffling, I'll just open one up. I open it, fold it in half, just a little bit so they cover, you know, the ends cover, and I just scrunch it up to make the little butterfly. So that one's going to go right in the middle. Now, if you're going to add tails and big bows and stuff all over, and you need your tails to be longer, then you can use a full pipe cleaner. But for what I'm doing here, I don't need that. So that's why I'm using just a half pipe cleaner. You can twist tie these all the way up if you want to do it that way. And you can curl them down, or you can cut them and then, you know, fold that little piece of it over. So for right now, I'm just going to leave it all twisted up like that. And I'm going to do 6 on each side. So this is just a me thing, 4, 5, 6, so that I know I've gotten all that I needed on the one side. Because then rather than flipping this over and trying to count every single time, did I get 6 on that side? All right. So if you guys have any questions, just ask, all right? Because I'm more than willing to answer them for you. But I love making these hats. Now I will tell you that I've had these hats framed sitting around here, and I didn't do anything with them. And I said, Carolynne, get with the program. So I decided this year I'm going to do stuff with them. I'm just going to cut mine off because I know I'm not adding anything on here. So I'm just going to cut it about a ½ an inch or so, and you can just fold it back down, you know, in there. Make sure you have them tied all the way up so they won't come apart. There we go. And let's do another one. And we're just going to go down the line on these. So is everybody, now we had some people from different states here. I see from Florida, and I know there's from Oklahoma and from Ireland. Where is everybody from? Do tell, do tell, do tell. And spread the love today, you guys, because we're going to be doing some more giveaways, and you don't know what they are. Let me move this up here. And if you guys wouldn't mind, my beautiful picture there. Isn't that so cool? Now the subscribe means because I have a YouTube channel, so if you wouldn't mind doing all those goodies, that would be great, because the more the merrier. As they say, the more the merrier. That's my New Yorker coming out. So here we go. Alabama. Hey, Cindy, did you get hit hard with that? I mean, I know Miss Louisiana got it pretty much, but did you guys do okay with the hurricane? I hope you all did. Can't believe it was 16 years ago that Katrina hit all down there. Isn't that wild? It's just crazy. All right. Now you're probably asking, how did I come up with an odd number of 26? Well, you can put, if you feel that you need to put more ruffles in here, then go right ahead. And I think it's going to really depend on your mesh. You know, if you have one that's, again, really transparent, you may want to put more in here. But that, again, that's up to you. For me, I feel that this is enough. Once you do both, you know, all the rows on it, it winds up being good. Oh, goodness. Well, glad you didn't get it, but hopefully, you know, your grandson is okay. It's just wild. This weather is just crazy. I mean, you get all the fires and mudslides on the West Coast, and you get all the hurricanes and storms on the East Coast. And then I guess in the center, you get all, what, volcanoes, snow, you know. It's like, what is going on? There we go. So, guys, I posted on my page, now you'll see in the bottom it says about the stars. So what I support is the Wounded Warriors Project, because my husband's, you know, retired military and all, and especially even now too, you know, it's sad that all those people got killed over in Afghanistan. But we're not going to talk political stuff. Nope, nope, nope. I usually save my pipe cleaners, but those are way too tiny to save. So now we have half of the witch's hat, or a quarter of the witch's hat done here. So now we're going to do the other side, the upper. Now, if you want to do upper and lower on one side, you know, you could do one side before the other. It is up to you how you want to do it. I just want to start at the top because I have this part here. And if I put the ruffles on the bottom, then there's more I have to like part to get in here. So that's the only reason why I start with the top one. And that works for me. Hello, Barbara. How are you? So let's get this baby in here. Twist tie away. And again, I know I don't think I've ever come on this early. To be honest, I've come on in the mornings and the evenings, but like I said, we're going to be getting part of Ida coming up here. You know, it's the tropical storm, and I really wanted to do this with you. We couldn't do it yesterday because I didn't have internet. That was going on because we had severe storms yesterday too. So today I wanted to do this with you guys because I miss you. I miss hanging out. Ugh. And I have a craft show. What I was saying, I got posted on my page. Look on my page. I'm going to be up in Maryland at a really big festival. They're going to have music, all kinds of things going on. And it's on September 18th from 12 to 8 on that Saturday. So I'm going to be doing it with my friend Diana from Wreaths by Faith. We're going to be doing a booth together just to have some fun all day. So come up and stop with us up there because we're going to have some giveaways as well. And we got 3 more on this side. And then I'll turn the head around so you can kind of see. Hi Sheena, how are you? I cut, this is 10-inch mesh, and I cut them 12 inches long. Now, you know, it could be if you cut them longer that you may not need as much in a way because it will be bulkier. But for me, I find the 12-inch seems to work just fine. And I'll, like I said, I'll show you when I turn it around. Got 2 more, this one and 1 more. And there we go. Whoops, get in there. Get in there. Ugh. Turn, turn, turn. And again, these are half pipe cleaners. I cut them in half. But if you're going to be adding all kinds of tails and lots of bows and all fancy stuff, you may want to make them longer. It just depends on your design. I want to do one almost like a Jack Skellington one. Oh, that would be so cool. If you look in my Etsy shop, this will be for sale, by the way. If anybody wants to purchase it, just let me know. I do have one in, I think I have one in my shop right now, but I do have one that has witch's legs hanging from it. It's really cool. I'm not sure if I put it in the shop because I just did it. All right, so this is half of the bottom. So you can see it already looks pretty full. You almost think, oh, I don't have to do anything on this bottom piece, but you do. You got to make it really full. So I'm going to turn my thing around there. So now I have the rest of my pipe cleaner, so I'm going to divide them out because that's a me thing. Put those back over there. I'm going to do the same thing. I have 6 on each side. The 13th one is where I'm right in the middle. Some people will do this with 25 pipe cleaners, and that, like I said, that works. Not pipe cleaners, ruffles. But for me, I liked 26. That's my lucky number. Maybe it should be my lucky number. Now you can make these into, doesn't have to be something Halloween. Whoops, gotta make sure I don't get my computer off. You could do scarecrow hats out of these. You can do Christmas out of these. So let your imagination go wild with them. Don't think it just has to be something Halloween. Oops. Because I think I took one of these and is it one of these? Wait, I gotta think. Was that the other one? I think it was the other form. I did this all in black in one of these, and I did it all ruffles here and ruffles down here. I did another one like a Christmas tree, which was kind of cool. And then I have this one here. I don't even know all the ones I did. Because I just play around. Just make it fun. Just make it fun, y'all. Okay, so let's get this side going here. This is the boring part that you get to watch me do. Oops. Which you really can't see because I'm on the other side of the table. But you get to see what I'm doing. Now, if you want to ruffle these a different way, you can. I just like where I fold it kind of in half so the edges overlap and then I ruffle it up. That's the one I like to use the most. Now you probably could do it all in curls too, but if you do curls, I'm sure you would probably need to have more than the 13. Oh, thank you. Yes, please sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Float my boat. Bless the page. All that above. And what do we got? 3 more on this side. Woohoo. This is like putting on a little tutu on this guy. A little tutu. And these go together pretty quick. I mean, usually your prep time is the worst part of it. You know, that takes the longest. But once you start putting these together, it goes pretty quick. And then, you know, the only thing you have to do is decide, you know, if you're going to put any embellishments and stuff on it or if you're going to leave it plain. I did, I have a witch's hat that it's the smaller version of these, so to speak. And I put lights on it, orange lights. And it's pretty cool when it lights up. Just a fun little thing. Just a fun thing. All right, so we're almost done with this. Twist it around. Just make sure my glue gun is still on and has a tendency to go off on its own. Got one more. One more. Yay! And then we'll have 3 sections done. And is this the last one? Yep, the last one. Cut it and fold it. Now, if you know me, I usually save all these little things like this, but these are way too small because I like to make some angel ornaments and stuff. So if you haven't seen them, check out my YouTube. It's the ribbon angel ornaments. So see, look at the difference. I'm going to show you sides. So this is the side we've just completed. Look how nice and full it is. Now if you look at this side, you see the difference from the fullness, how it gets really narrow here because we haven't done this bottom piece yet. So there is a difference in doing this. All right, so we're going to do another giveaway. Ooh. All the giveaways are kind of cool giveaways. So let's see. Last time we did the word for witch. So we're going to do one. Now this is going to be the first one I see on my end. Okay. So you have to understand that what I see may be different to the difference than yours because of the lag time on the computers. Whoops. Let me switch cameras so you can see me. There we go. Hi. So let's do this now. If you've already won something, you can't win again. So just to let you know, okay? So we're going to do another giveaway. And this one, this time, you have to say, what are we going to do? Boo. You have to type the word boo in. And it's going to be the first person I see in my phone that types the word boo. And where is my gift for that? Well, I don't want to get it so you can't see it. Sheena, you got it. Woohoo! And Sheena, thank you again for sprinkling. Sheena Smith. Sheena, go ahead and personal message me your address so I can send you. You're getting this. You're getting a glue gun. Yay! So there's different prizes for different as we do this. And you don't know how many more I have. Oh, Nonna, you came in second to Sheena. Yippee, yay. Hey, glue guns are always great to have because you know what? My one here, look, y'all can't see. Well, maybe I can show you. Let me flip screens again. So my glue gun here, I love it. I do love it. But for some reason, look, I have to put this in here to keep it on because it's wiggling in the base. It still works, but it started doing that. I should write to the company and say, hey, your product. So, all right, so we have 6 more to put in on the bottom here. I'm going to make it as full as the other side. Now, in case you're just tuning in, these little happy mails to you all is because I hit 5,000 followers and I just want to give a little something away to everybody. You know, it's my way of saying, hey, thank you. Let me do this because I'm like talking and I'm like, I look up and there's nobody there. So I like you to see me. It's my, oh, good. See, there you go. So now you have another one. And what I like, some people like the small ones where you have to put the little glue sticks in. I like the bigger glue sticks and I use the longer ones because I get tired of constantly putting them in. So this one has the bigger, you know, you could put the standard size ones in, the round ones, or you could put the long ones in if you want to. So keep that in mind. And oh, I don't think I said, I got this mesh from Michelas, by the way. It's in, you have to go look for things. They have it where all the meshes. And what's something I noticed with Michelas over the last couple of years, is that they never really sold 10-inch. They did the 21-inch mesh. They would do 12-inch mesh and like the 5.5 or like 6-inch. But they never did the 10-inch mesh. And it was always frustrating because sometimes the 12-inch is just too long, you know, when you're making a wreath. And it's good for things. 12-inch mesh with this, actually, if you wanted to. So that, but I like it now that they're carrying some of the 10-inch mesh. Because sometimes you just need to run out quick and go get a color because somebody wants something and you're like, oh, dang. It's always that, oh, dang, I don't have that color. I ran out. Not that I don't have a plethora of 10-inch mesh here. That goes from up top there and it goes all the way down to the floor. So there we go. And we got 3 more. And then we're done with the bottom part of the hat. And this is a good project. You could sit in front of the TV when you're doing this if you want to. If you have, just cut everything up and just sit and watch TV as you're doing this. Because these are just fun to make. Let me twist this baby around. Whoops, my phone is going to fall. And then I won't see comments. Because I'm hitting it with the hat. So now, what do you guys like to see? Is there something special you would like to see me make or do with you all? Now, I know there was one person, I don't think she's on here today, who asked me to do about bows. So I'll be more than happy to do a couple of things of showing you some different types of bows. You never had the right one. I know, it's always that way. I never do. It's just like ribbon. You go and you have a, oh, I'm going to do this and do that. And then you go, oh, what ribbon? Oh, I don't have, like to me today, I was trying to pick out, I want to do a snowman wreath. And I have the snowman, I have the sign, and I'm picking out all this mesh, going back and forth, back and forth. And then I was like, okay, well, if I do that mesh, then these ribbons will go with it. But if I do this, some of these ribbons would go. Or I don't have the snowman ribbon that I really would like to use with it. And you're like, oh, I mean, like ribbon, ribbon, ribbon. There's ribbon there. There's ribbon all on this other side. You can't see. Like, I don't have the one that I need. It's just crazy. All right, last one. Woohoo! Yay, yay, yay. Oh, this is so pretty. I just noticed my camera in the front is not on. Guys, hold that. Uh-oh. It froze. Or my die. Well. Guys, my camera died up there. So hold on. Oh, it could be because of the weather. So I'm going to hold it up. And I'll see if I can do this, re-angling this so that you guys can see. So I'm just pushing it down a little bit. But this is how it looks now. And you can see from the side it looks pretty full. You know, as far as that goes. Let me put this behind us. So I'm going to try to do this. I don't know why the camera died up there. Really? In the middle of a live it has to die. So I'm going to see if I can angle my computer here so that you can see. Thank you, Michelle. So let's see if we can do something like this. If that'll work. So the next part we're going to do is make the bow. Well, that's going to have to work. See, that'll have to stop the whole thing. So I have the Easy Bow Maker here. And these are the ribbons I chose to do this with. Whoops, come back. Come back to me. So I'm going to make one big bow on this. Wow, I can't believe my camera just died. Seriously. That stinks. So I have spiders, I have polka dots, bringing in some more of the purple with the black, and then just a fun lime green one on top. I always got to keep these in the order I want to do them. What I'm also going to put on the base is some of this Deco Mesh. This is just a Deco Mesh ribbon. I have a bunch of it, and I said, you know, I might also use it. What's good with this is that it stays, you know, to its shape. I mean, as you can see, if you bend it, it stays in that shape. And it's good if you have a bow, if you're doing swags and stuff, and you just want a little extra support behind it. Instead of taking like 10-inch mesh or anything, you can use this to do it. So we're just going to take this, and we're just going to put some of this behind. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Whoops, come on the side of me, ribbon. And this is just going to go behind. Now, I don't really have to twist this because this is the same on both sides. But I'm going to twist it only because this was folded. And I'm just going to make this like 7 inches. And I just want to use this up because I just have a whole strip of this. Stay down. So I'm just going to make this a nice big bow on the bottom there. And I'm not really worried about tails on this because this is just going to be underneath. Hopefully I have enough to do 3 loops. I think I'll just barely get in there. Yep, 3. And this is just going to go underneath. And it's just going to give my bow just a little extra support. So I'm just going to kind of flatten this out just a little bit. All right. So next is going to be my spiders. Some in the mystery box I don't really know what to do. if you know, sometimes you get mystery boxes from people and you don't know what to do. I did get one, a mystery box. I'm in, Hardworking Moms business group, and I won the Cubby of the Month, as we call it in that group. So this actually is some ribbon I got from her. And, you make it, and what she does, it's ribbon that maybe they were doing for a wreath kit or mystery ribbon, whatever box. And I got a bunch of it. So might as well use it. It's not going to do anything by sitting there. Yes. Oh, hi, Dawn. How are you, my friend? Hello, hello. I'm glad you popped on today. All your goodies are in the mail. Yes, check out my shop, you guys. I have an Etsy page. You can go on Facebook, look me up too, NonnasNuttykrafts, and you'll find me there. There's a shop button there too, so you can find me. Now, if you guys know me, I hate bugs. I hate bugs with a passion. And this has spiders on it. That's all I'm saying. I'm doing this for y'all. No, kidding. So we're going to do a funky bow. All right. So what a funky bow is, we're going to have a tail on one side and a loop on this side. Then we're going to have another loop on this side. Now I'm doing these at 6 inches long. Just to let you know. I'm going to go 6 inches, and that's it. We're going to have a loop on each side and a tail on each side. So what we're going to do, you see how I'm making like the letter X? Okay, so, all right, so that's going to be one layer. And let me just roll this up, because the spiders, oh gosh, this is like baby spider land, like all the spiders have come out of their little eggs or whatever they come out of. Ooh. Ooh. That's all I have to say is, ooh. All right. Hopefully I have enough of this. So now we have the 2 tails here and the loops here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my tails here and my loops. So it's it's opposites. So this one, because I made these loops 6, this one I'm going to make about 5. Now I do bring my tail a little bit over the bow, so when I, put it all together, the bow, that I have a little leeway to play with, and when I cut it. 6, 5. Now if you want to go a little shorter, I think we'll go just a little bit, 5, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, we're going to go, because I want you to see more of that, we're going to go about 4 1/2. And we're going to do the exact same thing. All right, so here's my tail. I'm going to put a loop on top of there. So again, we're going to be making an X. So tail with the loop. This one is a loop, has a tail. Tail with the loop. Loop with the tail. So see, we make another X. Okay? Dude, it's so bright. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And again, this will be for sale, this wreath. Have to watch. Girl, it's your... Oh, I was thinking you were the other Janet. So many Janets. Have to go... Oh, God, doing yard work. You go, girl. I am not going outside. It is green looking outside, which means it's going to rain soon because, like I said, we're getting part of that's coming up from Ida. Look at this pretty. Isn't this pretty? Oh, I love this color. I have it in this, the shimmer with the glitter, but I also have it without that. I think my other one has spiders on it. Ugh, me and my spiders. All right, so now we have the loop here, so we're going to put a tail on top. Crystal Dude. Well, hello, Miss Gigi. Isn't that a pretty green? it's pretty. It has the purple and the orange in there. It's really pretty. So now we did this about 4.5. We're just going to come in a little bit lesser than that because I want you to see the green. So tail on top there. Let me just make sure I get these about even, because you know what? I have a tendency to make one side longer than the other. See, that side's longer. Did you guys ever find that out? You go do a bow and you go to measure it up, and then even though you have a measurement thing down here, you still make one tail bigger than the other. All right, so let me cut this. I'm not so worried about my bow being all messy underneath because we're just going to keep adding here. Ooh, look at those colors. And once we put it on, you'll see it all come together. Come together. Well, hello, Carla. Welcome, welcome. First time watcher. Welcome. Hey, hit anywhere on the page, y'all, and you're going to see those 3 little buttons at the top, and just hit 3 little white dots, and you're going to hit that so you can get notifications. So we're going to end with some funky eek, spooky type ribbon on top, just to make it fun, because a witch's hat has to be scary. And again, I'm just going to bring it in, and I just know I usually, you know, it's about a finger for me, a finger digit. So I do that because this is the last one that we're putting on here. And what I mean is from the last bow that I did, the loop that I did, I only need it to be about, and that makes it about 1/2 inch, or about 1 inch shorter, give or take. All right, so we'll cut this one. Wind this up. I don't know what it is that mine always seems to be the loop on the right side for whatever reason. Who knows? I give up trying to figure it out. Now what I'm going to use is a purple pipe cleaner on it, because, and I'm going to use a black zip tie on it. This is going to go on the base. Now you can put this on the base as you do it, but every time, for me, I always forget to pick it up sometimes. So I'm going to slide my zip tie in here, just push down on my bow a little bit, and I'm going to grab this and start pulling it. Now you see when I take it out, you see the indentations here because that's where it was. So I want to make sure as I twist this around, my zip tie stays within those indentations. Move that out of the way. And I'm going to pull this and I'm going to slide in my thing, my pipe cleaner right in there. And then I'm just going to pull this, not super tight all the way, because what I want to do is just spread things out a little bit to make sure. Now, if you have a really stiff ribbon like this, you can take it and twist it like this. And what it does, it breaks it up a little bit down here at the base and makes it easier for you to move it around. We're just going to play with this a little bit. Now we're going to cut that tail off because we don't need that. But I just want to shift things around a little bit. And see, we got a really long tail here that we'll be cutting off. Now when you kind of get it and everything is where you kind of want it to be, let me get my pipe clean around, then just pull it as tight as you can. I want them cut the other way. All right. Now, you have some choices. You can glue like a little ball in here. If you want to cover this, you can pick out one of your ribbons that you want to use. I have some of this purple here. And this was in a mystery box that I got as well. So I'm going to go not getting the zip tie in the right of the center. Listen, you can always, when you get your bows, see, look, I'm going to show you right here. Look at these two. This one's a little bit taller, but it's on top, so I can just pull this a little bit. You can, it does, give you a little bit of give to go ahead and pull. So, you know, don't worry, you know, fret about it as much. So I'm just going to cut some of this off here. I'll stick this little piece of tape back on there, maybe, just to hold it. Oops, get off of me. Now what I like to do, this is just a me thing, if I can pull that wire out, if I can, I pull it out because it just makes it easier to fold. Now this is on a foil, so I'm probably not going to be able to. Oh wait, here it is. Sometimes on these foils you can't. Nope, it's not going to let me. Alright, so I'm just going to take this and fold it in threes. Just like that. So I have a little thing. And I'm going to take it and put it right around the middle of my bow and just tie it off. Just like that. And you cut these off to whatever length. Now we'll cut all this up once I put it into my hat. Hold on, one of my ribbons is twisted there. Okay, where's the hat? Now, where should you place it on the hat? Oh, this is going to be hard. I'm going to flip this up and stand up, probably be easier. So where are you going to place it? You can do it in the middle and put bows on the side. You can put it off to the side, one side, if you want to do that. That is totally up to you. I think this one I'm going to put in the middle because I think I'm going to put two smaller little bows on the side. So let's get this bow in here and then get this bow kind of all fluffed up so it doesn't look like that. So what's good about this, you have that middle rail that you can use, which makes it a lot easier. And I'll just tie it off from behind here. Now I'm not going to cut it or anything yet from behind or make it super tight because I want to see where I have everything here. And I'm going to angle you guys back down, see if you guys can see what I'm doing here. And I apologize that the camera died up there, but we're making do. We're making do. So let's start at the bottom. Let's get all these little bottom pieces out here. And I'm just going to spread them out because I have 6 of them. And let me cut this one down. Now with this type of stuff, I go ahead and I just cut it straight across. I don't cut it on an angle or anything because it doesn't like that. It's just that type of material. So just spread that out. And that gives me a nice little base. So the next one, I like to start from the bottom up. And I'm going to find my little spiders. So I have a tail, I have a loop, I have a tail and a loop. So again, I play off my X. And I'll go ahead and cut these. This one right on an angle. So we're going to dovetail it so it looks like that, like an upside down V, as some people may refer it to as. Do the same with this. Now when I cut these, I cut them so they're about the same length as the loop. If you cut it longer and you have another piece of ribbon, you know, or bow underneath, you're not going to be able to see it. And so that's the object, is so that you can see what's underneath. So now my loops are going to be opposite because remember we have the tail and the loop on top. So let's cut the green one down. There we go. And let's cut one more on this side. Look, I almost cut it the wrong way, y'all. All right, my next one is my purple. So let's let's cut that one down. Just make sure you don't cut the ribbon, the other ribbons. I did that one time. I cut and my scissor was right there by a loop. And I had to take the whole thing apart because I had cut it. And I was like, oh. All right, let's get this center one. And let's get this one. Get this one, because this one's really bugging the heck out of me because I don't know why I had it so long. Oops, almost cut it backwards. And then you just fluff away till you get it. Now, if you take your loops, you can either pull them really far apart like that, or you can pull them straight. It's whatever you want. Now, if I was going to put this away, you know, for the Halloween time, I can just flatten this out like this, and my bow is flat. But because it has the wire in it, I just can go back to each of the loops and just fluff it out to the way I'd like it. So keep that in mind when you're storing things, you know, away for after the season. All right, how is that? Let's bring this up here a little bit. Bring another one up there because we have 6 of those little loops. Because I'll be fluffing this bow all day long. I always tell you that because it's just never right, you know? You do one thing and it messes up something else. All right. So we have a little bow there. Right? So let's see how good you guys can see the bow. Since we're ad-libbing here because of the camera. Oops, chair, turn around the other way because you're hitting on the thing. There we go. All right, so you can see the bow. All right. So what we're gonna do, guys, we gotta do another drawing. We gotta do another one, she says. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Giveaway this time. So this time, we're gonna do the first person I see that, let's see. We did the word boo and witch. Right? Boo and witch. So let's see. The first person I see that types the word pumpkin. Let's do that. Oops. Let's make sure that's not on my glue gun. Oops. Oopsie. And remember, you can't win twice. Nor 3 times. Only 1 time. Because we have to give everybody a chance. Gigi! Gigi Hines Williams. Yay! Gigi, you get a gift card to Michael's. Yay! Now, Gigi, go ahead and personal message me your address. Hopefully, y'all, I should say, better be living in the USA. All right, Gigi. Yay, Gigi. Yay. All right. So what I have, we're going to do this. I got some of these pom-poms. I have some orange and, I was going to say purple ones, orange and black ones. And we're going to kind of decorate a little bit up here with some pom-poms. So again, I'm going to angle my computer since my camera died. And we're going to do this the best way so that you guys can see, hopefully, what I'm doing. Oh, yay! California! Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, Now, I know you guys are going to ask me where I got these. And these came from Michelas. Now, I don't know if they have them this year or not. You know, us being us crafter people, we always buy things. And then we keep them from years on end till we decide we're going to use them. Now, I don't know how many of these I'm going to use yet. In here, I just want to lay them out. You're welcome. Hi, Rosemary. How are you? You guys bless my page, float my boat, so we have more people in here to have fun with. Let me just cut this one down a little bit. There we go. And let's just kind of see. I don't know if I want to use all 6 or not. Oh, maybe I will. I kind of like it. What do you guys, can you guys see it very well? I'm gonna move up. Here we go. Rocking the boat again. Rocking the boat. Now my thumb's in there. I don't know if it, can you see that? Oh yeah. So see? Now it's not going to be up this high, so keep that in mind. But I thought maybe a little lower. Just to add some fun in here. Little whimsy. Fun little pom-pommy things. Stagger them. I think we'll do that. But I don't need something that long on there, needless to say. Now, I'm going to show you what I do when I do these. So here we go, back down. Sorry. So because when we folded this, we have like these little pockets. I call them the pockets, which makes it easy for when you want to stick things like this in there in the pocket. Now, if you're not using a pocket, as I call it, you can just put it however. Now, what I do is I will go ahead and I'm gonna hot glue this, but I'm also gonna take the part that you can't see and I'm gonna tie that up. I just want to see how I want to spread these guys out. Wait, I have to hold it up so I can see. Sorry. Hold please. Do I want to split them? Do I want to keep them like that? I can add another orange one down here. I have to see. Thank you. Now you can do these on, you know, angle them different ways. It just depends what you want to do. If you want to cover the whole thing up here, or if you want to just cover a little bit, or if you just want to put, you can also just do like a little bit down here, like that, and you don't have to cover this whole thing. I'm trying to use them all up, at least these 6, if I can, in some way. Just I don't know. I think it's the black that's driving me. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the black on there. The black just doesn't seem right. I think it's too much. I think just 3. And maybe a 4th one. So these I can split. I think that's what I want. Just 4. So can you? I think you guys can see that. 4 I think is a good number. In my opinion, 4 is the luckiest number in the world we see, right? Get to see all those songs. So like before, I was saying how I save all my little pieces of stuff. So I have purple. So we're going to take some purple ones. And because, like I said, we're going to tie this. And I'm using purple because that's the, you know, the mesh color, needless to say, that I used. So I could thread it through here, but I'm just going to use it through here. Let's see if I can get it through without using pliers. I don't think I will. Here's my ribbons. Always when you want something, you can never find it. Hold on. Hold on, please. Where are you, pliers? Oh my gosh, here you are. Jeez. So I'm going to use a pair of these needle nose. They work really well. And I'm just going to stick. Now I'm going to take this one out and flip this around here. Kind of holding it. And I'm going to see if I can just tuck it in behind here. Now you can use needles. I have needles that I use as well. I'm going to pull it through. Oh, didn't come through. Hold on. Back to that hole. Okay. And do the same on the other side of that little thing. The stem. Here we go. Pull it through. And then I'll just pull it and tighten it. And cut off the excess. And that way you're not going to see it through here. I'll bend this back down, and then that way, see, it's covered so you don't see it. So that's the one. Now we're going to do the other three. I don't need this as long, so I'll cut this off. And we were sticking this one in on a little bit of an angle. And I'm gonna glue these as well, but my main thing first is to get them zip tied in. Not zip tied, chenille stem pipe cleaners. And get them into first to kind of hold them where I want them. And that's because if the glue, God forbid, comes loose or anything, you still have the pipe cleaner holding it in there. So that's the reason why I do it. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Janet. Appreciate it. And again, I bend it down and you don't see it from behind because you don't want all this stuff sticking out from behind either. All right, so glue gun is on. Get my happy fingers, and those of you that know me well, I like to wear these because I have a tendency. I just got over a whole big burn here. Burned my finger pretty good. So these are my happy fingers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go underneath the mesh here, and I'm going to put the glue kind of where I put the pipe cleaner. And then I'm just going to press that down on it. And that's just to make sure that the mesh will stick to, oh my God, my little pom-pom. All right, so where that one's being glued, same thing where the pipe cleaner is on this one. Push down, let that sit there. Oops. These are just fun little bobbly things. Little bobbly things. I just wish I could have used the black ones, but I don't know, the black, it just, ugh, no. Do I want to add any more? No, I think there's 4. Now I do have these little guys, 2 that I can stick in here. Don't know if I want to. I'm just going to bend this up just to make it easier for me to stick in here and see if I even want to use these guys. Just to add a little something something. Now I can break these off as well. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm going to hold it up. So here comes the camera. Get to see me. Oops. Let's see. So it kind of looks like that. Spread these out. It's just a little funkiness. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with it, guys. What do you guys think? Put the little curly, I don't know, squiggly guys in, or take the squiggly guys out. You guys tell me. Squigglies or no squigglies? Oops, got it hooked on my thing here. See if I spell. Gotta take my happy fingers off. In. That was a good way. I think if I split them up like this, get that black paper off of that one. Do you guys like some? Whoops. They're not going to stay because they're not attached. I like them in. It's pretty. So Gigi says without. Sheenie and Sheena. Cindy say within. I don't know. On the fence. I don't know, something like that might be kind of cool. I know it's hard to see, you know, I apologize because of the camera dying. I don't know. I think it needs some more color up in here. It looks cute. Okay, my watch is coming off. I kind of like it. And maybe if I put this up here. Kind of reminds me of Harry Potter and his little crooked little thing, his little wand. How about like that? See if I can get them to all stay. Oops. I knew it wasn't going to work. Oops. I think I'll put them in like that. So I'll put you back down so you can see how I'm doing it. So same thing. I like the orange one up here. It just kind of finishes it up going up to the top. Let me get this out of the way. Put some more of these purple. Oop, that's not purple. It just adds, I don't know, it just adds a little something. A little something to it. Like the lightning bolt, you know, and things. Alright, so let's get this one. Start with this one up here. Get out, get out, get out. And get this one. Trying to see if I'm staying in frame here. It's kind of hard trying to use the computer to do this without my camera. Did it come through? Yeah. All right. There we go. Just twist it. Cut it. And bend it back down. And again, we'll glue, so don't worry about that. This one's down here in this pocket. Bring it around so we don't see it. Oh, almost there, almost there. Thank you for the sparkles. Yes, please sparkle me, glitter me, float my boat me. All those above me's. Alright, that one's in. Thank you. I think it's much better with it in there. I like it in there. It gives it, instead of just the pom-poms sticking out at you, it just gives a little something more. Alright, so this one's going to be down here. Once I get the first one in, the first piece in, it makes it easier to see where I want it to be, or where it needs to be, I should say. Try one more time on that one. It got hooked there. There we go. Twist it around. And cut it off. There we go. Alright, so happy fingers back on. Happy, 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 happy. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna put a little glue back here where the sprinkle is. Where the sprinkle is. I'm watching you guys sprinkling. And my glue gun. So we're just gonna hold that across there. And back on this side. Spread them out a little bit. Give my glue gun a second because I didn't put my little piece of paper back in there, and the glue is saying maybe I'll work for you, maybe I won't. So we'll let that do, and we gotta do another Happy Mail for you guys. Oop, what did I sit on? Happy Mail. All right, so she did that word. Okay. All right, so we have, ooh. Let's put it up where my glue gun is starting to dry again, or warm up. This is like the TV blooper thing, I'll tell you. It never goes smooth. Camera's out. Glue gun is like, isn't it? It's just the way it goes. But it's okay. It's okay. And we had a storm coming, so never a dull moment in our house. Never a dull moment. So we're gonna, oh, see, and I squished my bow because we were flipping it back and forth, but that's okay. We'll fix that. Oh, maybe I'll put some, maybe I'll put some balls in here. I got some orange and purple balls, I think. I might do some balls in here instead of bows. I just looked up and I saw my orange bows up there. Ooh, who knows? All right. So next word's gonna be, we're gonna do word. I like doing words. I could do a trivia. I could do that. No, I like words. Let's do words. All right. So again, it's gonna be the first person I see on my phone will get whatever the prize that I have for number 4. See, I have them all listed out. I have them listed so you guys see number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, and maybe there's a 5th and 6th. Who knows? All right. So for this one, we're going to say skeleton. The first person that I see types the word no. Skeleton gets. You're so funny, Janet. You're so funny. All right. So whoever I see up on here that says skeleton first is the one that gets the prize. And I'll show you what it is as soon as I get the first person up there that says, oh, that's a long one. Let's cut that. We don't need it that long anymore. Oops. Oops. Now, you know, in the middle of the night when you see a skeleton, it's like run the other way. Run as fast as you can. Can I play? Yeah, you may play. You may play. Anybody can play. So, boy, you guys, come on. Somebody's got to type the word in there. Come on. I have it sitting in my lap and you don't know what it is. Oh my gosh. Janet got it. Janet James, you get the easy bow to make the rose. You get the little kit that goes with that. Woohoo. And Janet James. Yay! If you guys haven't ever seen, I did this. I did a live on this last year, and how you can make like little roses. This is like the bud rose, but you can make, you know, the full roses and all. I keep this in here. Skeleton, I'll help. You can't. If you already won, you can't win again. Unfortunately, we have to make it fair. So Janet. Yeah, you're welcome. Lucky you. See, you guys got to be on in order to win something, because you never know what's going to happen in the nut house, okay? Let me just tell you. All right, so, glue gun. Let's glue these guys down in here. Ooh, my glue gun's working, and I took my happy fingers off. Did you guys not see that? Always wear the happy fingers, you guys. Put them back on, Carolynne. Put them back on. So let me just glue these in, and then I'll show it to you all glued in. Oops. Did I get you glued in? Did I glue you? No. Why didn't I not glue you? And I think I need another glue stick too. All right. All right, so that's what it looks like all glued in. And we're going to finish up. We got to put some on top here. All right. Nope, happy finger came off, but that's okay. We don't need that right now. Those are to that little fun. So now, I think we'll put little balls in. So hold on. Let me get the little balls. Let's see what I got in my balls. And I keep a plethora of little balls. So I have purple and orange. Let's see, I think I want to do just orange. Because if I put the purple ones in there, now these are ones, where did I get these? These are Dollar Tree. And they come in packs, you know, whatever. So I'm just going to mix it up. Some are sparkly, some are like ribbed. I call them ribbed. Fine, whatever you want to call it. And we're just going to randomly put these in. Give me the lid. 3. So what do I have? I have 1 sparkle one, really? 4, 8. So we're going to divide these up, put 2 of each type on each side. That's the way I roll. Got to be even, Steven. So let's go back down. And I have 4 of each type, meaning I have, if you see that they're just like little different ones, like that. So we're just going to randomly put them in. Now I got to turn the hat more towards me. Now these ones here don't really come off on the top here, but if you really pull hard enough, I'm sure it will. So what I like to do, now you can tie these in if your whatchamacallit, your stems were long enough. But I didn't plan on doing this. I planned on doing a bow. So I can take this off and I can just glue it from here and stick it in if I want to do that, which I think I'm going to do. So let me just take all these off really quick. I could leave them on. It's no big deal. It's just a way, you know, either way you want to do it. Did you know not to get any like I got today? The black purple. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Jen and I were crafting earlier. We liked, you know, you just get some friends together and you can craft or chit chat about things. And I think she was talking about doing these or something. Is that what it was? So I'm just going to randomly just stick these like in here. Oopsie. Don't want to get glue on my table like I just did. And it just gives a little, it's a little fun. Get in there. Oop, let me get a glue stick. First the glue doesn't want to work, then we got to get a glue stick. And that's all that we're doing. I'm just looking, and where I think it should go is where I'm putting the little ball. Ooh. You should wear happy fingers with these too, by the way, because the glue is hot. Just saying, the glue is hot. And they're just tucked in there. It's going to take a few seconds for them to adhere. This one didn't adhere. And I want to make sure it's touching something. I don't know where I put them all. Here it is. So that they're not going to come off. I don't like that one. I want to actually move it. There we go. And that just gives a little something something in there. And they're little ones. They don't have to be big ones. I do have a few of these bigger ones I could probably stick in there too, just to give it a little bit more on some of these other spaces. I just don't want to do the purple ones. So let me take off these tops. A big one I have to hold a little bit because they're bigger. There you go. Just tuck them in like you're tucking a baby in for the night. I like it with the big and the little ones. That's kind of cool. So let me just hold this up for a second so I can see where I want to put one. Put one right in up here. I think that one. Tuck it in right there. And again, I just give a little tug on them. Have one more. Have one more. I think that one wasn't quite adhered at the bottom here and rolled out, so let's get another one right where I had it. Right in there. And then where they are, I just give a little tug to make sure they're all glued in. There we go. So look at that. So see the little balls in there and the big ones? There's some on the bottom there. And they're just tucked in there. And it just gives a little bit more sparkle. A little more sparkle. We're going to finish that. So see, when I do things, sometimes I have a plan for one way. And then all of a sudden, your idea starts, ooh, I could do this. Oops, don't get on the glue gun. And then you wind up doing something different. So that's why designing to me just makes it fun. You're going to do your other half for Christmas. There you go. All right, so we'll just put this over here for now. But we got to finish the top of this. So you can do, on the top of this, you can do a ball, you can do a bow, you can use deco tubing, whatever you want. I think we're going to do a little bit of a bow. And I think I'm going to use just these two, or maybe just the one. Just the one. Because I want it to stand out. I got glue strings. Hold on. All right. So let's just make a teeny bow. Now, if you have the Easy Bow Maker, and Janet, since you won the spool, now the Easy Bow Maker kit that you won, Janet, comes with, like, this is the deluxe, all right? So this is for the, to make the flowers that I showed you. But if you don't have one of these, this kit does come with a stand so you can do it, and some extra, you know, practice ribbon to use on that. So with the Easy Bow Maker here, this has the little one here. So if you're making little bows, this little peg, or, you know, hair bows or little bows like we're going to do, you can slide it in there instead of using these big ones. So this is just going to be a little one. It's just going to be a simple bow, just like a regular hair bow would be. So I'm going to have, I'm going to make this tail about 4 inches, but I don't think my bow is going to be really big. I think I'll go 3 inches. So all I'm doing is 3 inches in a loop, 3 inches, and see, as much as I use my thumb or finger in here, I'll still have one side that comes out bigger, and you're going to twist it halfway. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to go 2 inches. And this is this is all I want to do. It's just a funny, cute little bow. Okay. Wind this up. Get it out of the way. I gotta get a smaller pin for that now. And I'm just gonna cut this right now. Just because I got it in here. Make it easier. All we're gonna do. And then we'll go into my little stash. Here I do have more purple. Or I could do lime green. I think my lime green is long enough. Yeah, a piece that would be long enough to twist tie. Let's do green. Now let's do purple. So this time I'm not going to use a zip tie. This is just a piece of pipe cleaner. I'm going to put it in from the top. Oops, this is tight. Keep it pinched the same way you do any other one. Pinch it between your fingers. You have it right in between here. And we're just going to push down on my thumb and twist. Just twist. If you stand here and try to do it this way, it might not be as tight. If you twist it, twist the bow, it comes out a little bit tighter. All right, so we're just going to do a little bow like this. Nothing fancy, just a little bow. See? Ooh, glue string. Move this out of the way. Now in this, because we want to find the very edge of this where this piece, you know, ended, so that I can thread it through and tie it. Now if I can find the rail, here's the rail. Here's the rail that goes across. So I want to find the top of this. Now, unfortunately for this one, you're going to see it from the other side. Oops, going the wrong way. Pull it through. Did it not come through? I gotta flip it over, y'all. That poor bow. And I'm going to show you how we'll make the door hanger for this too. Hi Carolyn, how are you? It's a Carolyn and Carolyn day. Carolyn and Carolyn day. pull it through. And we'll snip it off. Now, because this is at the very top up here, I really got to make sure I tuck that back down. Oh, let's fix our little bow out. As far as that goes. Now, for the hanger for this, you want to come down a little bit on here. And where I remember when I was feeling for the brace before, just a few minutes ago, I want to find that brace, which is right here, and that's where I'm going to go ahead and make a hanger for this to hang. Okay, so again, we're going to use a purple pipe cleaner. Now you can use whatever you want. Look, I got glue on my table. It's driving me crazy. Now this is not going to go all the way through, so I want to find that brace again. I don't want it to come through the front here, because I don't want you to see it. You're going to see it from behind because it's the brace. Did I do that right? I could do it this way. It's fine. And I want to go above and below that brace. What? Things open? Oh. Now I'll leave it this long because I'll leave it up to the person who purchases this. If they want to make it shorter, they can. Oops, let me unwind that for a second. Just twist tie it here. And then I'm just going to take these and just wind it like this. Just like that. Thank you. All right. So now that I smushed that bow, just like that. So let me fix this bow here. Since we flipped this a half a dozen times here tonight. Let's fluff it up a little bit. We got our balls in place. Give a little pop in the mesh. And again, it's Halloween. You can make this as scary as you want, as fun as you want, whimsical, whatever. And it's just about having fun. So these little glue strings. And what I do, like when I take pictures, I take it out front of my front door because the light shimmers and it shows me where all those glue strings are. Which I like. And you know what? I think right in the center, even though I covered that, I think that needs, yes, it needs to have a little something in the middle. Even though I covered it, I just need something. A little bit of purple pop. All right, so we're going to hook this seed. This is the last time I'm going to be putting this up, y'all. So you can see. Oh, all those glue strings. Hold on. More glue strings. And it's just a fun little bow. Now I can adjust the bow up because that was one thing I hadn't finished back here. And then I'll cut off the back of those pipe cleaners. So that's our fun little, just a whimsical little thing here, y'all. It's just a fun little thing. And that's what I like about Halloween and even Christmas. You can go all out and just go crazy and just have some fun with it and make it look fun. Oops. stuck in there. There we go. And it's just bobbly and jiggles around. So you know what? We got one more. Oh, thank you, Gigi. We got one more giveaway, y'all. One more happy mail. All right. So I'm doing 5 giveaways. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Because I got 5,000 followers. So because I got 5,000 followers, I felt I should give 5,000 giveaways. Not 5,000. 5. Oh God, 5,000. You would love that. I'd go broke. So we use the words. Now remember, if you already won, you can't win again. So we had the word witch, blue skeleton. So in this one, we're going to say the first person that writes the word spiders. First person I see on my end that writes the word spiders is the one who gets whatever I have written down for that gift. Woohoo, that's awesome. Thank you. Way to go. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Michelle, you got spiders. So Michelle, what you win is a gift card to Michael's. Woo! Michelle Brown. Oh, thank you, Gigi. I appreciate that. All the different social media platforms keep changing different things of to do, what not to do, and how to do, and whoosh, and it drives us all crazy. Whether you're doing a business or anything like this, it just drives you crazy. And I love having followers because I love showing you guys different things to make. So it just, for me, I have fun doing it. Yes, it is a business. So yes, go shop in my Etsy shop. Go watch me on YouTube, whatever. Or catch the replay on this. And, you guys, like I always say, it makes it fun to have more people on. So see this? That is something we like to see. We can't say those words though. Isn't that weird? We cannot say those words. The weirdest thing. I don't know why. I know why, but oh, thank you guys. Thank you for all the hearts and the thumbs up. But anyway, so I hope I brought some fun into your life today. A little crazy with the camera going out. Nothing I can do about that. That's all I can say. So I might have to get a new camera now. But I thank you for sticking with me with that. I hope you guys had some fun with the decorating of the hat and that you maybe learned something. But so I will see you next time on NonnasNuttykrafts. Bye.